All right, boys. So this is going to be a little bit of a follow-up to the previous video. We was exploring the fact that there cannot be multiple coexisting kumbaya worldviews. It doesn't work. So obviously for full context, you want to go back and watch that, but maybe this will have some kind of a introductory nature to it or something like that. But basically, the thesis of the video was that all religions and worldviews known to mankind are inherently contradictory of one another. They claim exclusivity. So basically, if one is true, the others must be false by default. And there is no way around that. So, a little bit of background about me. I'm a bit of a retarded dude, to be fair. I'm an extremist in a lot of ways, and I understand that my brain ticks a little bit different to most, which is fine. I appreciate being unique, but also I have to kind of make allowances for the way that my mind works and the way I interface with the world around me, so that people can kind of, receive the message that I'm trying to get across. And I basically just want to talk about that framework that I laid out in the last video, about being able to test each worldview logically, historically, and internally the consistency. So why that was powerful for me. Maybe it's not relevant to you. I don't know. That's kind of why I'm doing this. That's why I'm kind of putting these videos out. I'm trying to figure out if these thoughts that I have and the way that I process information is useful to the world out there. I know that there's a lot of confusion in the world today. I feel that. I feel there's a lot of misguidance. I feel like I was misguided a lot in my life. And I feel that the solid foundation that I had some very core elements to my childhood and to my life that without a doubt were the reason I was able to get where I am today. Without a doubt. But, brother, this world is insane. And with all the input, the constant demolition of the human mind that is happening all around us, I kind of just wanted to put this side of myself out there so that if this kooky thing that's happening in my brain and what was a limiting factor on me for so long is possibly something that was limiting on you as well, then maybe it's going to be able to help. And where I want to go with that is basically, when I started to compare these worldviews, when I even conceived of trying to compare these worldviews, it seemed like such a monumental Everest-style hill to climb. Task. Insurmountable task. And it really inhibited my ability to do so for the longest time. To do so effectively anyway. I thought I was doing it, that's the thing. I thought that I was comparing these worldviews. I thought that I was looking at them from the right perspective, and then I actually thought that I was piecing together the nature of this reality. And don't get me wrong, in some ways I was. In some ways I was getting somewhere with it all. It all paid off in the end. It all played out to work in the end for me. To find the truth. And there is only one truth. And it's right there to be found by all of you as well. That's what I want to say. Don't worry about all of the complexities of this world. You just need to come at this framework. Which one's consistent? Which one's logically coherent? Does it answer the big questions in life? And is it supported historically, scripturally, textually, archaeologically? If you can answer these questions, you can get to your answer. I know the answer. I've come to the conclusion, and spoiler alert, Christ is King. Whether that's what you want to hear or not, whether that's what you're going to find or not, I don't know. But I know that there is only one truth, and if you enter into that truth with a truly open mind and seeking truth honestly, then I believe that that's where you'll end up too. But that's not for me to tell you. I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing. Not in this video, at least. I might in other videos. Like I said, I'm a bit of a lunatic, bit of a retard, but aren't we all? So, if you apply this framework, at least what it did for me, is to take me from chaos and disorder and kind of overwhelmingly complex ideas and concepts to distill it down, really just cook that sauce down until it became very, very intense and palatable. And once I was able to do that, all the puzzle pieces started to fall in together. And I can honestly say now I'm at a place where I have never been more at peace, never been more fulfilled, and never been more happy. That comes at a cost, don't get me wrong, and that's something that we can explore in other videos. It's something I intend to get into. It's not free in the sense that it's just like the rest of these new agey spiritual religions where you can kind of just do whatever you want and make it to heaven, so to speak. Nah, sorry brother, it doesn't work that way. The nature of this world is ruthlessness, and there are yeses and there are nos, and there are corrects and there are incorrects. And the sooner that we, as men and as human beings, accept that fact, is the sooner that we are able to start aligning ourselves to that reality and then getting somewhere in this quagmire of ridiculousness that we call reality. But once we can, and once we do, I promise you, it gets a lot better. So, I think that's it. I'll stop blabbering on now. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully it's not too vague. If it's too vague, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just trying to kind of deconstruct the way that my retarded brain works a little bit so that you guys can get a kind of snapshot inside as to why I'm doing the things that I'm doing and I'm saying the things that I'm saying and I'm thinking the things that I'm thinking. And then hopefully as a byproduct of that, it can start to help some of you boys out there, or girls too, and we can kind of go through this together, because I feel like if there was a voice, if there was if I had somebody to tell me some of the things are straight, I would have been better off. So if I'm able to do that for some of you, I'm a happy man. As always, I like to be challenged. I like to challenge my ideas. Iron sharpens iron. I truly believe that. So if you agree, disagree, I want to hear about it. Let me know your thoughts. And till next time, God bless.